Women who have more than 4 sexual partners, even more than 3 sexual partners, you have to disrespect them. You cannot respect them 100%. The only time you could respect a woman who's received more than 3 or 4 penises inside of her is if she has completely devoted and dedicated her life to you over a period of 5, 10, 15 years consistently. You know what I'm saying? No fucking problems. Fucking smooth. Bitch, I don't want to hear none of that shit. You are compromised as a woman. You know what I'm saying? You cannot be fully respected because you've allowed multiple men to penetrate you, which means you've allowed your spirit and the quality and the essence of you to be altered, because women are designed to become reflections of men. This is why, as a man, you have to focus on the concept that you are superior to all women, no matter what state you're in. You are superior to women. That is the only way you're gonna have confidence to master women. Oh, why do you have to master a woman? Because women need to be mastered and managed and led. And the only way you can effectively lead a woman and give a woman a high quality life and experience is by mastering the woman, meaning understanding the woman. And women want you to understand them. Women don't want to teach you how to understand them. They just want a man who already, they want a man, what I'm saying, that already understands them. It's kind of like if you have a business and you need a marketing strategy or marketing plan, or you need to run Facebook ads. You don't want to have to teach somebody how to run Facebook ads. You want to bring in someone who already knows what the fuck they're doing so they can just do it. That's what women want. That's a natural way. Natural way. Problem is that understanding women does not come natural. It's something that we have to learn. And not only that, many of us have not only not been informed in how to understand women, we've been taught the opposite. So there's a double hurdle that we have to overcome. We already have to overcome our lack of knowledge. So we have to overcome our ignorance, and we also have to overcome the fact that we've been misinformed. So going back to the whole premise of this video, like, look, you cannot respect a woman with more than 3 to 4 sexual partners. You can't give her all your respect, especially not right away, and especially not within the first 3 years. She has to work her way into your life and earn you for real, because the reason why is because if she's had more than 3 to 4 sexual partners, she's already become attached to other men, which means subconsciously in her psychological makeup, she's already pursuing the other men who have already been inside of her in her mind, and she doesn't even know it. She's not even conscious of it. But when it comes to you, you're going to develop all these feelings and emotions about her because she's going to be investing in you and pulling back, investing in you, pulling back. And the moment you think you're winning with her, she's going to pull back. You know what I'm saying? And she does this because she's battling herself. Because when a woman is penetrated by a man, she becomes 10% less, 20% less of who she is. Because she is designed by God to become a reflection of whatever man penetrates her. This is why if a man ejaculates into a woman, her sperm is absorbed through the vaginal walls. There's a term called microchimerism, where the DNA of the man is embedded in her blood-brain barrier, and it goes on living inside of her mind, influencing the rest of her actions for her life. When a man ejaculates in the woman and she gets pregnant, that woman is growing that man's DNA inside of her for 9 months. So that DNA is a part of her body. She is spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, and a part of that man for life. You know what I'm saying? Whatever man ejaculates in her, I don't care if it's, y'all just somebody just hit it raw, you feel me? That man's DNA is going inside of her, affecting her for the rest of her life. That shit is cold. And when it comes to you, the man that she want to settle down with, or you want her to settle down with you or whatever, she's going to be constantly battling You're going to be battling with each other because she's not even her full self. She's not 100% her. So whatever woman you're really into, if she's not a virgin, she is not 100% herself, and she will never be 100% herself. And the more sexual partners a woman has, I mean, over four is fucking disgusting, because it's like when you realize the fucking, what do you call it, the ramifications and the implications of this shit, it gets ridiculous. Like, your sperm is made from blood, right? Red blood cells, white blood cells. When you ejaculate, you are ejaculating your blood into a woman. When a man ejaculates inside of a woman, he's shooting blood in her. You know what I'm saying? When a man is hitting it raw, this pre-cum coming out of the head of the penis, that's blood being deposited into the woman's womb. The womb is the most absorbent tissue in the animal species. And so that blood becomes a part of her, and she begins to become a reflection of that man through his blood, through his DNA, through his light, through his life and light force. Through his life and light force. She's designed to become a reflection. She's designed this way. So especially, if a woman has a baby by a man, that woman is a part of that man forever. She will always be, if that's the only man she mess with, she will be 60% of herself, or 50% of herself, or 40% of herself. She's just not her full self, and she will never be her full self. So if you try to have a relationship with a woman that has had a baby by another man, or been penetrated by multiple men, you'll always be battling the psychological thoughts and the DNA and the genetic coding and the genetic instructions of those other men inside of that woman. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that woman is always going to be trying to go toe to toe with you, because it's not really her going toe to toe with you. She's not her full self. You know what I'm saying? She's spiritually taking a back seat just to her conscious mind, just like that Get Out shit. You feel me? She's being controlled by other men that are not even in the fucking picture anymore. And this is why these types of women can be so, once you develop an attachment to these women, these types of women can be so challenging to move on from, because you didn't realize it, but you were competing to be the best man of all these other men still involved in her life, even though they're not physically involved anymore. You've been fighting spiritual battles with this woman because these other men have been affecting this woman. And you've been spiritually battling these other men within this woman's mind, body, and spirit, trying to get to this woman, right? You've been fighting multiple dragons. And this is the reason for the conflict, because most of our problems are invisible. That's why you can't see my problems and I can't see yours, because it's all spiritual warfare. You know what I'm saying? The physical plane lags behind the spiritual. You know what I'm saying? And women are spiritual beings. Their essence is more spiritual. It's more unconscious. You know what I'm saying? But men, we in the physical plane, this is why we rule. We rule. This is a man's world. So when a man puts his foot down on the physical plane, that's what's going to go. So what I'm saying is, it's not impossible to have a relationship. And I'm not saying that you should not have a relationship with a woman who has had more than 3 to 4 sexual partners. What I'm saying is, it's going to take an extreme amount of management, an extreme amount of leadership and understanding, and an extreme amount of energy and effort and persistence to win the heart of that woman. And if that's what you're into, that's what you're into. But also remember that you can get higher quality woman than the woman that you're dealing with, that's throwing all these problems at you, that she doesn't even realize she's throwing at you, blocking things and putting things in the way and stonewalling. You can get higher quality woman, way better looking than her, way better suited for you, way more affectionate, way more soft, way more feminine. You can get woman 1,000 times better than the one that's giving you all the problems right now, if that's what you want. You know what I'm saying? The options are always on the table. You know what I'm saying? You can get a woman 1,000 times better than the woman that you're dealing with. Think about all the amazing qualities of the woman that you really like, that's also giving you all these problems. You can get a woman 10,000 times better than this woman you're dealing with now, without all that baggage. You know what I'm saying? So peace and prosperity, man, and just make sure you value your time. because no one else will if you don't. Peace and prosperity.